My name is Amy Harden. The video you are about to see covers plagiarism and academic dishonesty at the University of Arkansas. According to the University of Arkansas's Catalog of Studies, academic dishonesty involves the offering as one's own work the words, ideas, or arguments of another person without appropriate attribution by quotation, reference, or footnote. Plagiarism occurs both when the words of another in print, electronic, or any other medium are reproduced without acknowledgement, or when the ideas or arguments of another are paraphrased in such a way as to lead the reader to believe that they originated with the writer. It is the responsibility of all university students to understand the methods of proper attribution and to apply those principles in all materials submitted. Using another person's ideas or expressions in your writing without acknowledging the source constitutes plagiarism, and it is considered a violation of professional ethics, regardless of whether or not you were aware of what constituted plagiarism. This tutorial will inform you on the steps you must take to avoid plagiarism. Plagiarism is an ethical issue. It is considered as stealing others' ideas or writing and is measured against institutional or organizational standards. To avoid plagiarism, throughout most of your paper, use your own words. When using others' words or ideas, cite your sources properly. When in doubt about whether or not to cite, ask your instructor or an authoritative person from the Quality Writing Center or from the library. If this is not possible, cite the source anyway. When using direct quotations, use the writer's exact words. Use quotation marks if the quotation is 3 lines or less, and indent the quotation if it is more than 3 lines. Quotation marks are not needed in the latter case. Include the source of the quotation both inside your text and in your works cited section, according to proper form outlined in the style manual you will be using for your paper, such as MLA, APA, Chicago Manual, or Turabian. You can quote key phrases from an author within your own sentence as long as you use quotation marks, attribute it within your text, and include it in the works cited section in the style format you are using for your paper. You might want to paraphrase, that is, summarize an idea you have borrowed from an author, but the idea is still his or hers, and you must attribute it to the author with accompanying source information within the text and in your works cited section. Do not use quotation marks when paraphrasing. Oftentimes, an encyclopedia, dictionary, or other reference source offers information that is merely common knowledge, that is, information that is usually known by anyone who has familiarity with the topic. In this case, the information need not be cited. However, if the information offers insights into a topic that appear to be the idea of the author who wrote the information, then that source will need to be cited. It is better to cite badly without the proper style than to plagiarize. The most important things to look for in a resource are an author, a title, a publishing organization, and a publication date. If a resource doesn't have some or any of these items, find a better resource. If you decide to use the resource anyway, cite as much information as you can. Remember, it is still considered plagiarism if you do not cite it. The professor or instructor must provide clear evidence that plagiarism exists in a student's paper. Generally speaking, at the University of Arkansas, it is up to the discretion of the professor or instructor to determine the consequences of plagiarism in a student's writing. Sometimes the consequence will be a failing grade on the paper, or in other cases, it might be a failing grade for the course. If the case of plagiarism is serious enough, it may be subject to the campus judicial process. Although the vast majority of you already know what plagiarism is, this video has been assigned to ensure that you fully understand the ethical practices to follow for citing your sources, as well as the consequences involved in not citing your sources accurately and honestly. Thank you for your attention. We hope this video has been informative for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us.